So we will remember we've created a table called aliens, and we've did ID, name, shape, color, arms, eyes, and mouth and ears for the fields. Now we're going to create another table. We just create another table that has one extra field called image. Okay, so we will just go into the database, and then in the database we can create a new table. So we'll just call it aliens with double L this time, and we can say image because we want to add an image to it. And the number of fields this time is 8 because last time we were sorry, this time will be 9. And we will go and let's give us the table in here. So it's again, the first one is ID, and it was integer before, and we said it's auto increment, and we talked about the index and we said it's a primary. The next one is name, and we'll say varchar, gonna give it a length. Next one is color, so I'm just using exactly the same field as before. Shape, next one is arms, mouth, and eyes. And ears, and remember the ears will be, it's a boolean, and we said there is a default, and the default is 0. And the next one is image. So the next field is the image, and if we go to the image, the type in here, we're gonna choose it as BLOB. That's for the image, and you want the default. It just, so the default is not null or just as defined. It's up to you, or it could be null is the default, so it doesn't really matter in this case. So after you've chosen everything, you go save, and there is an error. Sorry, so I think here we should say none. We'll just try that. Yep, that's successful. So for the image, you just say none. It's the same as the previous defaults. And now we've created our new table with have as image field. Now we've got this table, as we said, we've just created with image field. Now I'll show you how to insert data into this table using PHPmyadmin, and then we will go to use PHP website to insert data. So we're just going to insert one. So you will come here, the ID, as we said, we're not going to put anything in the ID because we said it's an auto increment into the key. Name, we will just enter first one. Bob, I think it was, let's say, was blue. I didn't really look into, and it's rectangle. Arms had 2, I think, so as far as I remember for the aliens. Another 2 in here. Eyes 2, sorry, the mouth was open. Eyes are 2. We had an ear, and then you can see here that says choose file, right? So you go ahead, you will choose the file wherever you save the image. So I've saved them on Google Drive. So that's Bob. So Bob was green, sorry. I change to green. And then when you say go, So one row is as correctly. Now if I go to browse, I should see Bob has been added, and you can see that's the size of the image. Now storing images into a database, that's not very practical because they do take a lot of space, but at this moment we're just learning, and the database that we're going to use is quite small, so we're going to learn how to insert a data into the database using our PHP, and then how to retrieve the data from the database using PHP.